guys, Cap over here, and welcome to the second week of the RBLs. We're taking on Locoghoul's of Vancouver Ursarings, as we're 1-0, and we're going against another Canadian team. So once again, another Canadian derby happening over here. Let's see if we can become kings of Canada. Or I guess prime ministers, because you know we don't have kings. We have prime ministers. That's okay. I know what you guys are thinking. This is a post-com. What the fuck, Cap? What the F? Like, seriously. Like, really. And the reason behind that is because my place was a zoo. Not literally, but there was editing happening. There was people over, and it was just, it was a kerfuffle. It was quite the kerfuffle. And I was like, I'm not going to commentate while people are here. That's weird. I'm not going to be like, shh. Pokemon's happening. Just let it happen. Let it happen. I'm not going to be that guy. So we're doing a post-com, and we'll just jump into this. And I figured, hey, where's my stylus? I'm going to pick a Pokemon. All right, I found my stylus. So I was like, all right. Nothing on his team appreciates Latios. I'm Choice Guard. He doesn't know that. And I'm just gonna lead off with Latios because that seems pretty good. I figured his Seismic Toad would lead, or Lantern could possibly lead. If Diancie leads, I'm like, alright, that's perfect, because you know what, I'm just going to go for Energy Ball, because it has a possible chance of one-hit KOing, but he ends up leading out with Noivern, and I'm like, oh snap, I've been frisked, I've been felt up, I didn't want to be frisked, and my next train of thought was, I'm clicking Dracometer, because after getting frisked, I'm like, oh, I feel exposed. So after getting frisked, I was feeling a bit frisky, I guess. I was feeling a bit vengeful too at the same time. I get a crit over here, and I'm like, thank you RNG gods, bless the Helix fossils out there, because we're buddies today. We're buddies for today. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna withdraw. I'm gonna send out Raffle Coffin, set up my Toxic Spikes, but he makes a proper play and goes into his Diancie, and I'm like, oh no, that was bad. That was really bad, because I don't have anything to really take this Mon, to take a hit from this Mon. As I'm gonna send out Zuzu over here to take the hit. Zuzu's gonna be my sacrificial lamb. And I apologize to Zuzu for this, because it shouldn't have taken that hit. This was a bad play on my part, as Zuzu over here is not gonna take it well at all. Zuzu's pretty big in this match, just a bit, just sort of big. As he's gonna scatter what I'm gonna do. He's gonna withdraw, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay in because it's too nice to hit that Choice Banded Aqua Jet on that thing, but he ends up making the proper play. Goes into Ed Big Head with the biggest head of them all. He's got a pretty big head. And I'm going to be forced to withdraw, as he's going to get some free Stealth Rocks, and I'm like, oh, that's not bad. Maybe if I can get my Stealth Rocks up too, that can be nice, because then things will be in range where I can one-hit KO, or where it will be a gamble. So he's going to withdraw, and I'm going to set my Stealth Rocks, because even if it bounces back, that's not the worst thing of all things to happen. And he's gonna send out the Barbara, there we go. As I'm gonna get out my rocks, and he's gonna land his Hurricane over here, and I'm like, alright, let's see what he is. I'm gonna go for Milk Drink, delicious milk. I'm pretty sure he ends up being the Choice Spec variant of Noivern. Doing that much damage is pretty nuts. As he's gonna keep on going for these Hurricanes, and I'm like, wow, he hits 2 Hurricanes in a row, that's not bad. I guess the RNG gods are now looking down upon me because I got that crit on that Tangrowth. RNG gods, you guys are a cruel race. So he's gonna end up withdrawing. I'm going for Ice Shard because that is it's so predictable, but I have to go for the play. Just because I don't want the Noivern to live. It's a one-hit KO. Ice Shard is most likely gonna do a lot on anything that comes in, and Tangrowth ends up taking the hit relatively well. Not bad, so I'm just gonna go for a knockoff over here. And once again, the RNG gods are like, you know what, we're gonna give you a crit. I don't think the crit mattered, but it's nice. It's nice to get acknowledged once in a while. Thank you guys up there. So he's gonna end up his Diancie, and I'm like, oh man, my mouth is getting like wet, because I'm like, this is too nice. I'm going for Metaclaw, 81% chance to KO. Come on. Ugh. Not enough Wheaties over here. Not enough Wheaties, as he's gonna go for a Moonblast. I'm pretty sure he ends up living on like either 1 or 2, and I'm like, 81. Why did you fail me over here? I don't know his spread, so I'm just assuming. He can probably correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm gonna go into El Capitan, and boy, this play right over here. I'm gonna go for El Capitan, and I'm like, alright, I'm faster. This is no problem for me. But he ends up going for Diamond Storm. I'm like, what? No, what? No. And bonehead play over here. I forgot about the Mega, that the speed doesn't apply after the Mega. So I end up losing El Capitan for no particular reason. And that was bad. That was horrendous. So I have to go into Zuzu, and I'm like, I don't know if it's GG or if it's just bad, or it's pretty close to GG. So he ends up going for protect once more, and he has to withdraw once more again, as he's gonna make the proper play, going to Ed Big Head, and I've seen him do this once, so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna predict that. As predictable as it is, I'm gonna go for the double, or just to switch over here, going to Internet 60, and I did the calcs, and I'm like, Dracometer doesn't KO, and Energy Ball KOs. I don't see any point of keeping this thing around much longer, so I'm just gonna go for Energy Ball. Why not, right? Why not? Why not? So he ends up sacking Dancy, and I'm like, alright, no tank, Hotline Bling gets a KO over here. Not bad at all. As this thing is gonna faint, and I'm gonna hit nothing. There's nothing on the field because Rock took it out. Rocks are dangerous when they take out a legendary Pokemon, so be careful of Rocks, guys. They're out there to get you. They're sneaky. They do, depending on what sort of type you are, they'll do a decent amount of damage, so just be careful out there. So I figured, hey, I'm just gonna go into Rafflecoffin, because Rafflecoffin could potentially take a decent amount of Ice Beams, as he ends up going for Substitute, and I'm like, oh, that's well done, sir. Substitute Kyurem, which means I can't touch this thing. So I'm like, all right, you know what's gonna be good over here? I'm gonna go for Toxic Spikes, because potentially if I do end up coming back from this, Toxic Spikes are gonna be nice. And I just want to spread some Toxic Spikes around, because it's, you know, spread the love. Stealth Rocks are on his side of the field. Toxic Spikes are now on his side, so well, it's not bad. I want to decorate his side of the field. It's looking pretty nice. I'm out here with my Stealth Rocks. He's out there with his Stealth Rocks and Toxic Spikes. I'm going to say a tier design A+ on his side, as he's just going to proceed with Substitute Ice Beam, Substitute Ice Beam, or Ice Beam, Ice Beam, Substitute. And I figured, hey, I could potentially take a couple more of these. And once again, I take a kiss to the sky, and I'm like, come on, RNG gods. You guys are with me today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But this allows him to just go for another sub and proceed on doing the same shenanigans as we see over here, because it's pretty much the proper play to make. It was a 3-hit KO depending on how much HP I got back or the rolls that he got, so I'm like, it's not a bad situation to go for this. Over here, I'm pretty sure it's a roll, just because I'm especially defensive, so I could potentially take this Ice Beam. I could potentially take it and recover a decent amount of HP back. So he's gonna go for the Ice Beam, and he's gonna end up taking me out over here, take me out for dinner, not calling back. I'm over here looking pretty sad, as Kyurem is claiming once again another life into the Kyurem graveyard. And now I'm like, alright Zuzu, you're gonna come out, you can break his sub, but at this point I know I've lost the match, because all I can do is break his sub and potentially bring out Latios, and then Latios will be at like -600. As he's gonna once again make the proper play over here, go for differential, and go for another sub, as I'm like, alright RNG gods, you guys were with me throughout this game, let's see you once more, can you make it happen? Can you break this sub? Can you do it? Please? No. No, you can't. And I'm like, that's fair. That is really fair, actually. That is justice right there. So, Zuzu, we end up failing Zuzu over here. Bad plays all around. Or just on my part, he played great. He played great. And now I'm going to be forced to go into Latios, as I'm not going to be able to do much at this point, because this thing is too much. This thing is too much right now. It is too much of a man for me. So I'm going to go for Energy Ball, and I know it won't break it. I know it won't break it. I don't think I'll live one. Oh, I end up breaking it. That's pretty cool. Way to go. I want to match it on the, since this is a shiny Kyurem, I figured, you know what, let's match it. Why not? let's do that. So we end up losing 4-0, and I'm not salty about the loss. I'm more disappointed about myself, just because I felt like I played horrible. I felt like I had the proper team to beat his team, but he just played a lot more better. I played worse. I played horrible, actually. I played really bad. Just looking back at the game, you're thinking about it, and you're like, what's going on here? But he ends up taking out this victory, as you saw, 4-0. And next week we're gonna try to improve our record to 2-1, not 1-2. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you guys enjoy postcom, let me know. That'd be awesome. I don't do it a lot. Anywho, thank you for watching. This is Cap, signing off.